I'm glad to see you're doing well, Lieutenant. Bear with me as I pull up all of your information. And she starts juggling between 3 pads on the table in front of her. So, just a quick disclaimer. Putting in your request for reassignment is totally acceptable and we encourage it, but you have to understand that as part of this process, Starfleet positions or General Federation service positions could be offered. If any Starfleet positions are offered, there will be a comment on your record only because we do not want people to use this avenue instead of going through their commanding officer to request a transfer. But if you don't intend to request a transfer or constantly enter requests for alternate assignment into the system, that shouldn't be an issue. And she pushes a pad. This is just to indicate that I explained that clearly and you still wish to proceed.
Eritana will look over the data just to verify that is what's actually written there.
I'll take that for obtained information. Or a insight, not insight, reason command, difficulty 0. That's probably better the way to go. Yeah, I'll take that reason command, difficulty 0.
Well, there you go.
It is what she represented it is, but you struggle to see when it changes, when, like, maybe if you get a different assignment in a couple of years, that could be seen as an administrative, requiring administrative discipline. There's stuff in here about forced separation from Starfleet. There are some pretty high penalties, and you can't see where they go from being administrative to actually criminal. But supposedly, if you're not trying to use this process to get around dealing with your commanding officer, then none of that should matter.
There are some hefty penalties loaded in here.
She kind of takes a look, leans over and looks at what you're pointing out, and says, "Oh, those only are going to apply in a real extreme cases." I've had a colleague dealt with someone before who refused to ever deal with a commanding officer, an executive officer on their posts to request reassignment. They kept going through the exit program or the assignment program. But even that was only administrative. You shouldn't have anything to worry about. As she tries to describe to you the situation, but the complication still stands.
Right.
Actually, I say that it's whether this is cleared up is up to whether you want to spend momentum or not. I forgot
Oh,
to ask.
I'll take the success with the complication.
I mean, sorry. Okay. So yeah, you're still kind of under the assumption that this mishandled could result in administrative punishment.
Well, certainly gonna have a sit down with a advocate in the near future about the details of it, but I think I understand it well enough, and I don't see you misrepresenting anything in this document, so I'll sign it at the bottom.
She takes that and says, "All right." And she places another pad in front of you. This is opportunity one. Uh, so I looked into your service record and looked at the needs of the civil service and Starfleet in the near future, and there is an opportunity here in the Andromeda system that I think might be appropriate given your experience in the system, um, your personal, having personally met several key members of government here. Uh, the colonial administration has exercised their right uh, to have a portion of the star dock dedicated to interstellar commercial activity. Uh, but that requires the appointment of a Federation trade magistrate. You have all the training in linguistics that would be required. You know several languages and know how to use technical equipment as well as using non-technical techniques to communicate with uh, peoples of different species, including non-fairy species. You have law enforcement training, which will help coordinate with local security and Starfleet if any matters of trade or economics require legal intervention. So I think this is a good first place to start. It does mean separation with Starfleet.
Mm-hmm.
Um, as an appointed governmental position, you also won't be separated into the reserves. You will your benefits and career possibilities will stay the same as you're transferring into civilian service, but you'll no longer be able to serve in Starfleet so long as you hold this position, even in the reserves.
Well, that makes sense. Separation of governmental arms, and according to the charter, that lines up with my understanding. Not too surprised by it. Never been one to have a
Opportunity.
standard career, as you may have seen in my file.
She says, well, in my dealings with those in Starfleet who have longer than average lifespans, this is pretty common.
Mm.
Um, I wouldn't advise the same opportunities for even someone like myself that I'd advertise for you because if I was in your shoes, my best career prospects would be to stay in my career, but um, it's the penalties of lost career trajectory are much reduced for our longer lived citizens.
Mm.
Opportunity 2 is reassignment to your home planet.
Oh.
The
There's another mining
Federation
superfaction?
Council says the Federation Council has agreed on terms for colonial elevation, and Narhal meets all the requirements to secede from Vulcan for full council representation. And Vulcan and Narhal have both given their assent to start the procedure.
Huh.
So there are a lot of governmental positions that will be opening up.
Surprised they haven't all been filled in locally. I'm not going to complain. More jobs my direction that I qualify for.
She says, well, in Starfleet's eyes and the Federation's eyes, you are local. You are here in Starfleet service, but and although a Starfleet citizen, your primary citizenship is Narhal.
Yeah, thing I try to forget every so often, but I guess you live there long enough, he never gets away from you. What are they looking for?
She says, well, if you're uncertain,
Well, it
she
depends what
kind of
it
flips through
is.
a
Really.
pad. She says, oh, I was going to say, if you were unsure about Narhal, here's the application to transfer your citizenship to Vulcan if you don't want to partake in the transfer of citizenship.
I'm good. Vulcan has a certain way of things, and I've only been there once in my whole time, and that was for a training exercise, and I'm Vulcan, but I'm not Vulcan, you understand? Any more than a Retgelian is an Earthling anymore, you know?
She says, just keeping you up to date, there is a process for those who wish to transfer between homeworld and colony before the process is over.
It can be done simple when it comes to Narhal, so I believe it.
This is for a lieutenant of security to take over all the Starfleet administrative matters on Narhal, since it's no longer a colony of Vulcan, or it soon won't be. They will have their own Starfleet presence, of course, requested to and assented by them. But still, population-wise, they aren't interested in a star base or permanent ship garrison. So a detachment of about 50 Starfleet personnel for administrative duties will be present, and that would be commensurate with a lieutenant's position.
I get to be the golden bars to the local colonial security service, except I'm there permanent. I'm not sure if I find that immensely hilarious or a nightmare.
Oh, she says, sorry, my miscommunication on my part. This position is open because Narhal has decided to forego local security over concerns of corruption. They have specifically requested Starfleet to provide security services.
That explains that.
I mean, you can hardly blame him. The colonial police there was just a joke.
Yeah, they let this whole Blood Latinum gang get out of hand.
Hey, I had my solutions. It's just apparently gunning down an entire gang is somewhat frowned upon in colonial security service.
You see, corruption rampant in colonial security service. We need to bring in new Starfleet blood.
So yeah, that tracks.
And this final opportunity, I think, is more of a return to service than a transfer. Commander Alien Inverni of USS Andromeda, currently in your chain of command, has put out a request for a new first officer after a transfer. Both Starfleet positions here do come with promotion, being that you're already on the potential lieutenant's list.
Mm.
Um, she arranges the pads and kind of nervously, or not nervously, but absently minded, kind of scrolls through them as you're reading on your pad, trying to keep busy while you think it over. She says, "Do you have any questions, or would you like to take a week?"
No, I think
I
I.
have a ensign to meet with on the planet, but I'll continue.
Oh no, I think I have a choice already made. Really, I've always tried to expand myself, push myself. Long life doesn't mean stagnation. Navel gazing's not the way I operate. And although I haven't been in Starfleet all that long, spent less of it in it than I have colonial service, but I see the challenge of taking on the civilian posting and trade that you mentioned at first. Helping get a whole new colony integrated in, keeping it all in order, learning new things, and well, you also have someone who will understand frontier challenges all the same. So a mix of experience and new frontiers. So I think that's the best call for me. I push that particular pad away from the other ones to indicate it.
She says, "Well, this is available because it is the Minister for Trade's responsibility to put forward candidates, and I've already spoken with his office, and you meet the qualifications his office is looking for. But it is going to take a few weeks because all three principals here in the Andromeda system have to confirm your appointment. I think you've personally met all of them. Chief Executive Hansa will need to confirm your nomination, as she is responsible for executive tasks, which include the local constables who you'll need to work with. Chief Justice Winters, she will need to confirm. She only is responsible for confirming that everything we have told them about you is true. So it's not a political decision on her part. But there is a political decision on the part of Chief Legislator Tagar. I do notice here that you personally filed charges, but that against him for his activities on the colony, but those were annulled with the general amnesty. I'm hoping we can work around that.
We'll see how much of
As
a grudge he maintains in his passivity. New life, new beginnings for all of us, one hopes, but
I hope so too. And I am sure the chief legislator will agree that there's no reason to go back through the issues that preceded amnesty. She says with kind of a smirk. All right. She reaches a hand across the table and says, "We will see each other probably in a month." Colonial administrators rarely like to meet on your timetable. They always have something they're up to.
month ain't too long. I reach to shake her hand. Mind meld.
Oh, she was a secret Delton all along, and you die. Scene changes. As we go to Med Bay, where Commander Ivanov and Dr. Tweer are talking with Ensign Kaufman. The ensign says, "All decks checked, commanders. No sign of the nurse."
And in order to get off the ship, you'd have had to pass through a checkpoint.
Well, she would have had to transport off or taken a shuttle over, but we've implemented stricter rules because she's missing, so it wouldn't have been too difficult for her to get off station if she was off station before we knew about it. But if she only left station once we started searching now, that would have been difficult.
Do we have the last place her credentials were used?
Kaufman hands over a pad and says, "Ship's last recorded position was Turbolift 3, which is not too far from auxiliary transporters, or she kind of points out there is an emergency hatch here that a shuttle could dock to." but the emergency airlock still had the one-time seal, and it would take the engineer a few days to replace that seal. So I discounted that as an avenue of exit.
Mhm. But
So this
Or maybe-
transporter room is my primary concern.
do we have access or user logs for that transporter around the time that she was in the elevator, turbo lift?
Nothing relevant, and she hands over, and you see a list of access and transport logs. And it's like the last time it was used was like 3 months ago, because it is auxiliary. It's not cargo. It only does one person. It's generally only used for emergencies.
Hmm. For the abundant use of caution, I would talk to Revere, let him know around about the time that this transport might have happened, if it did, and have him look for a power spike. That would be equivalent to. Does that make sense?
She says, I'll bring it up, but a power spike on a half-built station, he might spend the rest of his career trying to find out which one was a transporter and which one was someone plugging in a battery pack to a recharger incorrectly.
Challenge
True.
accepted.
But we are looking for a power spike from a specific room at a specific time, or in a specific time frame at least. It is narrowing things down.
She says, I'm only mentioning from my time working with Revere that it's difficult when you have a full schematic of the ship, but if we pull up a schematic to try to see if there was a surge in power, we might find that there was a surge in power, but that surge isn't related to this because half the station that's supposed to be between the power source and the transporter isn't built yet. So it's none of what's been built right now is complete compared to the diagrams. So it's difficult to track down power usage.
This is fair enough then. If he feels like it's possible.
She says, "Oh no, he'll feel like it's possible. I just try." She says, since I've transferred to security, I've noticed that not everyone's excited when we give extended time schedules and describe exactly how we're going to solve a problem. I myself have found a minor annoyance dealing with engineering now that I'm in security.
Traitor.
He'll just smirk. As far as concerned, belief is that the transporter console, is the most likely possible thing.
It's the only thing that makes reasonable sense. It's just that there are no logs.
And that would suggest either it wasn't used or everything was wiped.
She
Or the console was
says
entirely changed out, but that seems like an excessive
possible, but this isn't even a criminal investigation. This is just missing persons, and Nurse to Pro's file doesn't say anything about advanced computer training.
Exactly. I don't
But
want to be
if you want to
paranoid.
treat this, if you want us to treat this like a potential infiltration or something, we could take a closer look at the computers.
How busy is security right now?
Well, not too much for this, but it's not us that's going to have to do this. This is all Commander Revere's territory. My security personnel are trained to ensure that evidence makes it from one place to another, but actually forensics on computer systems, that's Commander Revere's department.
Oh, yes. And more meaning, this is a missing persons case, but if you are not overwhelmed with other work, then we can treat it as a practice run for if it were something more severe. Yes?
She grabs a pad off the table and kind of flips through it and turns it over to you and says, "Well, with your permission, we'll go to um, double shifts for anti-infiltration practice."
Then he'll sign off on that on the pad. It's I don't have enough to say this was anything more, but if you've got the time, we might as well
And
make it a
from
drill
personal
instead.
experience, Ivanov knows that everyone here has way more time on their hands than they need.
Yeah.
Uh,
As I thought, I know that Griffin is about to, well, walk a hole through the station flooring with her energetic nature. See if she has kept a note or noticed any oddities with any shuttle ventures or anything like that. She might have been bored enough to do something incredibly detailed.
I'd had to step off for a few minutes. What
I
is?
figured.
they've been talking about the missing nurse and where she might be. So far, it's narrowed down to there's one transporter that it could have been, but the transporter logs don't show anything. And now Ivanov has decided to put security and engineering on double shifts as part of a anti-infiltration training that's really going to just be used to have everybody work on finding the nurse.
But we're calling it a training because, we don't have enough to really say it was anything more than just a missing person.
Understood.
And needlessly escalating it officially to an infiltration is concerning for everyone on board. A drill is less concerning. Is there anything you know about the nurse that is not written down, Doctor?
Yeah.
Nothing confidential, of course, but...
Yeah. Can the doctor recall any interactions in the past couple of weeks that, like, in retrospect?
Insight command difficulty 1.
It's like command difficulty 1. What do we have for resources? Like momentum. Where are we at?
You have 1.
I will spend the 1. And I regenerate the 1.
You remember the only thing that stood out as all unusual is she looked kind of nervous when you saw her 3 days ago, which is now the last time you saw her, and she was kind of just eating lunch and picking at the bread in her lunch, but which only struck you as odd because she's Vulcan. So
Correct.
to even look nervous, she must have been in great distress. But she when you asked her if she's doing okay, she responded and said she's doing fine. There was
Mhm.
no medical concern with her currently.
Yes. Well, as the matter of fact is, the last time I saw her 3 days ago, she seemed uncharacteristically nervous, which is to say, for a Vulcan, nervous. Um, of course, I asked if she was all right. She said that she was fine, and as such, I could not particularly pry any further if she was unwilling to share.
Can I ask if you are knowing, of course, was this more like a looking over your shoulder type of nervous, or um, I cannot think of better word, like a guilty nervous, a oh no nervous.
Hmm. He thinks back. Would I have to spend momentum to
Yep,
answer that question?
that'd be obtained information.
I will absolutely. I will absolutely do that.
Uh, you didn't really notice in those terms, but you did notice that she was unusually focused on this sandwich and its bread, just picking at it, and kind of focusing on it, and like it
I'm
took you asking about how
yes,
she was doing for her focus to break, and like actually
yeah.
just turn to
Mm,
you and talk.
yes. Well, I wouldn't say it was a fearful nervousness or even a guilty nervousness. It would have to be, mind you, I am no trained psychologist. In my professional opinion, a focused nervousness, if that makes any sense.
That makes sense. Interesting. I'm sure that is something of interest to you there.
Whatever it was that whatever it was that had her off guard, it was in fact uh what she was putting all of her mental discipline into.
Kaufman says, "Interesting, I don't know, but definitely noteworthy." She takes it down.
What that means, we don't know yet. Might mean nothing. But what is it? Devil is in details, yes?
She says, "Well, how about I go give Revere the good news that he gets to sideline all of his current projects for the next week, and we have a status meeting in 2 hours."
Sure. Would you like me to check in with Griffin, or would she not be helpful from your perspective?
Oh, I got an exception. I think she filled out an exception to do a shuttle run.
Ah, of course.
Um, she should be back before the meeting, though. Um,
um Additionally,
oh, send an. I'll need to let her know to bring our Atana back too.
Yes.
Uh, his leave will get canceled by this training. Unless you want to give an exception for that.
Given his circumstances, I'm willing to give him an exception. Leave him with the option. He has the exception if he
And
wants
she
it,
kind of
but the
writes off
option
a
is
note.
here.
She writes a note and sends it off to Aratana
Of course, I
to
know.
either stay on leave or to come back with Griffin.
Of course, I know there will be the meeting for updates, but if I may make a request, do let me know when you find anything. Nurse to Pro is one of the best medical practitioners I've ever had serve under me. And all of this has me quite worried.
Kaufman says, "Don't worry, Doctor. We're not going to let down any crew member, no matter what department they may be a part of."
Feathers ruffle.
she smirks at what is obviously an inappropriate joke.
Ivanhov's only looking at something on the wall like he wasn't paying attention.
Yep. Look, the ruffling of the feathers is his equivalent of the Vulcan eyebrow raise.
Kaufman says, "Sirs," as a quick query to see if you're going to do anything other than dismiss her as she kind of walks for the door.
That's all, Kaufman. Thank you.
Doctor just nods.
Well, we will go back to the shuttle as the scene changes. And is Aratana coming back or staying on leave? Which staying on leave is just hanging out on the Thralic in his quarters and mulling over career decisions.
I mean, it is pretty tempting. He did put in for the leave, but having been clarified that his expertise is required, it's, I'm not doing anything. I can help out with whatever it is that's going on. Sort of thing, so. Right now, he doesn't know the level of urgency. He just knows an exercise is happening and they need his expertise. Like, okay, sure, I don't mind. Especially since he doesn't mind helping out the security chief.
You step on board. This actually work.
Oh god, they're dead.
No, I was going to say, because this is when the shuttle is still docked with the Thralic. You step on board as Griffin is doing initial checkout procedures. And you see the other engineers all strapped in. Though Lieutenant Schliv says, "Oh, I didn't know you were gonna jump on board with us, Lieutenant."
Well, they were asking around for extra hands for the exercise, so I was just gonna be reading the brochures for the next while. So make myself useful. Why not?
He says, "Oh, well, I think I still owe you for letting me stripped down the comms array a week early so we could get leave last week. And he kind of puts his hand into a bag and tosses something towards you.
I'll reach out and catch
Grenade!
it.
Quite unusually, it is what is a delicacy of a delicacy that Artana is prone to, like.
It's just a handful of gawk.
It's some sort of like frozen, some sort of Andorian frozen sandwich concoction that he really hated. Someone did it as a joke when he was at the Mars Technical, and then it's one of those he found he actually liked it, and now it's one of those things he gets every so often. Because there's a certain way it's made that has to be frozen a certain way, otherwise it sort of ferments, but it doesn't like over ferment, but it's not like a slushy.
And he throws you a container that has a logo for a renowned version from Andoria, with the battery indicator showing that the container is sealed and charged. And he says, I hope that should cover us, and you can give me insight, command, difficulty 0. Or insight security, your choice.
Yeah. Oh, hey.
2 momentum gained. This is a pretty big thank you for leave. The pirate menace has meant that very few civilian freighters have come to Andromeda in the last year. It's mostly only the bare minimum Starfleet and Federation chartered merchant ships that are crewed by Starfleet that come to keep the colony alive, like transfer necessary materials, but like the kind of the merchant stuff that brings amenities from other planets have basically been non-existent. So this is like would have been considerably difficult to get hands on, which might make it all the more meaningful as a thank you.
Now, how in the Two Moons did you manage to get your hands on something like this? We're not exactly on the main tradeways.
He says, let's say I have a friend from the academy who makes liberal use of his footlocker on his assigned convoy service. He kind of smiles.
Oh.
Which does not make this smuggling. The way he has said it doesn't make it smuggling, or anything like that. There's no like duties or fines that have been like skipped. It's just like
There's probably some minor ding that guy gets every so often for improper usage of footlocker or something minor.
well, and it's his personal space, and it's not like the Federation is like a very strict economy with very strict rules. So he probably would. It's probably not even a ding or anything. It's just like how much stuff can you fit in a footlocker, right?
Yes. Like, where's your
even if this is how his friend got it, he must have done something really good for this friend, or he must owe this friend big for this.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you kindly. Think this will square things away.
He says, "So you'll let us strip down your console on the bridge tomorrow?" As he kind of jokingly tries to get something out of you.
Well, we'll see how this actually chews down once I get it thawed out. If this thing's over fermented, you owe me one. But it's probably fine. So we'll see. We'll see.
He kind of laughs and he says, "You'd make a good Andorian. You're always checking the ice before you step."
Knew an Andorian once who did that with quicksand all the time. Said the same thing. Didn't really make a whole lot of sense because, sand ain't ice, but, guess the same principle's true.
He said, "That's our other feature." And he kind of knocks on his, he kind of like taps his head and says, "A thick skull. If it works one place, it'll work every place."
Yeah.
And Griffin, you turn around to see everybody's on board.
Griffin's BRB.
Oh, okay. Well, then you fly back.
No, the momentum, it's gone. World, what a world.
We go to Starbase Engineering. Revere, where you are interrupted in a power test confirming that the new station ops is fully connected to the central power system.
Sweet.
As Kaufman comes in and says, "Commander Revere, Commander Ivanov sends a gift," and holds out a pad.
I will look at this pad.
She says, "Double shifts on a anti-infiltration training regiment. That's really just to get everybody looking for the nurse without raising too many eyebrows."
Excellent. Any leads or?
I have a auxiliary transporter on the Thralic that needs to be taken down to the bolts, memory chips and all.
Why?
It's the only place that makes sense that the nurse could have left, but no logs for the last month since it was used here. Harusk, it looks like, used it on a monthly checkout to ensure it was still functional.
So this was a transporter on the Thralic?
Yes.
All right. And what was that bit about a particular power surge that I heard earlier? Like there was something that narrowed it down to us.
The power surge stuff was unrelated to what she's talking about. That was something that Lieutenant Schliv asked permission to go do on the Thralic.
No. there was something that narrowed it down to a specific time frame that
Oh, her
Essential transport
credentials.
usage.
Her credentials were used to activate an elevator, a turbo lift, and the only things that would allow you to leave the ship in the area of that turbo lift are a auxiliary hatch and an auxiliary transporter, and the hatch still has its seals.
So, looking back over the logs of the power fluctuations on the Thralic, is there a power fluctuation that roughly coincides within the time frame where she might have been using that transporter?
Insight engineering difficulty 2.
All right, I'll give you a threat for a bold and a third die. I might as well fish. There we go. It's like 2 gained.
2 momentum gained. No. None of them seem to line up.
But we know that the transporter was used. It didn't log it.
Nope. There's no evidence that the transporter was used. It's just the only way that Kaufman could think someone could get off the ship. But she even didn't think that that's how it was done. It's just Ivanov seems to have suggested to really guarantee that, to make sure that that's why she's asking for it to be stripped down, because she doesn't see any evidence that it was used, but Ivanov and her think it's the only thing that could have been done.
And the power fluctuations on the Thralic were happening long before she disappeared.
For the last month.
Yeah.
And
okay.
she only disappeared yesterday.
2 shifts? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me grab my engineering team and beam over.
All right. As you and security officer finish the final deals, your team comes back. Oh, glad we caught you before you went off shift, Commander. This time, narrowed it down to a phase coupling on bank number 3.
Huh. Well, I'm headed over my shelf on another matter. I'm sure you
Kaufman
did an excellent
says,
job.
I think you're going to want to take him with you, double shifts. As everybody kind of looks mildly displeased.
Well, I think when it comes to transporter stuff, I'm probably going to take Harusk with me.
Oh, Kaufman says, your department, just you're authorized any personnel you need, up to 2 shifts active at one time.
So, what kind of crew do I need to tear down a transporter and figure out what's going on with the logs?
That's up to you. You can bring whoever you want. Including...
No,
oh, sorry, go ahead.
But just in general, how many people do you usually need to do this job? Like how many hands to do it effectively?
Oh, at least a full team, so at least 4 to 5 people. But that's normally like 4 crewmen and a petty officer.
Right.
Like you and Haras could probably do it in the same time that a normal crew would do it, just the two of you.
Okay, yeah, I'm just going to grab Harusk and we'll go.
All right. You and
Then-
Harusk start checking out equipment.
Yeah.
There's technically an anti-infiltration tag on this. Kaufman is supposed to issue you as a senior officer with body armor and a Type 3.
A
And
rifle?
Harusk with body armor. Yeah, no, it's anti-infiltration. You're assuming the training assumes that hostile actors have infiltrated and are trying to disable the Thralic, and you are a command level personnel. Killing you would she says, killing you, Commander, would be a big deal. The whole point of the anti-infiltration is to make sure people like you are safe and everyone's accounted for. So yes, that's the standard procedure for anti-infiltration.
Think of it this way: how often do
She
you
says,
practice on an under construction station?
Fair enough.
She says, you might be thinking of what it was like before the war. Before the war, anti-infiltration was everybody walks around with their tricorder and their Type 1. And, well, that didn't last long.
I was actually just thinking the Type 2 would be sufficient, particularly when I'm going to be torso deep in some sort of engineering task. A rifle's not going to be the handiest thing.
She says, well, if we were on an actual training scenario and I got the chance to throw a theoretical Dahar Master at you, you'd be wishing Starfleet gave you something a little bit sturdier.
I suppose. Fine. Do what you have to do.
As you finish checking out equipment, you turn around and Engineman O'Leary is kind of wiping his forehead. Engineman Kessler is kind of looks like he's taking concentrated breaths as he's sitting down. Engineman Shivas Reddy looks like she's got a really tight grip on that ladder, and then Lieutenant Shiva falls out onto the floor, followed in quick succession by the other members of his team. As Harori and Delphina jump quickly to try to see what's going on and yell out, Commander, we've got a medical issue.
Oh boy!
Revere to sickbay. Medical emergency in engineering.
Understood.
What kind of computer control is in place on the station?
The primary core is installed, and so all
Okay.
primary functions are available. It's just like huge chunks are missing, like the civilian quarters just aren't installed. So there's just like a huge chunk of the station that's missing, or there's like several
Right.
auxiliary engineering bases that just aren't installed. So you could tell the computer to do just about anything.
Computer, seal this room under medical quarantine.
The computer responds and locks down the room.
I'm assuming that, like, as chief medical officer, the doctor can move through as necessary.
He can. Medical lockouts. Even the Commodore could not issue a medical lockout that locks Tweer down.
And while I've got Tweer on the horn, I'll say, Doctor, I recommend PPE. This might be some sort of contagion.
Understood. And he turns, as he's getting ready to leave sick bay, he turns to Chief Conway and says, "Conway, open the PPE locker."
Revere's been in kind of this situation before. Does this room have like, since it's kind of engineering stuff, does it have like respirators? Like an emergency lockers with
Yes.
respirators on it? Okay.
I'll take a opportunity cost per respirator.
Let's do 4 for the 4 of us who didn't go over.
I'll take a threat for that third one, that fourth
Okay.
one.
We may have already been exposed, but and I don't have enough
Kaufman
medicine.
shouts out, "Help yourself before you help them."
Good thing I have a phaser rifle.
Kaufman silently thinks, "Yeah, but what if a Dahar master came and started attacking me while all these
She is
people are in a medical
obsessed with
crisis?"
Dahar Masters.
I mean,
That's
there's been a
what training
Dahar
is
master
about.
running train on people for a while.
Yeah, there's a reason why every security officer is worried about them.
But
But-
she's
or
with
she's-
Sagitsa now. It's fine.
No, that there's this new Dahar master under Sabgita's control. She's given people difficulties before.
Yeah.
I will take daring medicine, difficulty
Yeah.
2. And there's a role for each of the 4 crew members, so supports might need to be activated. This is to keep them alive until Revere gets here.
I think you mean Tuir.
You mean Tweer?
I don't know what I said, but I probably meant it.
You
I
said
don't know.
Revere.
Oh, okay.
Vera Weir, same name, honestly.
Take a momentum.
Wow.
Take a threat for did the reading, because you really don't want
Okay.
me rolling medicine. Yeah, period. So is this like me? Is this like us doing stuff to the people who are down?
Yes.
Okay.
They are convulsing and have lost consciousness. So there are several
Okay.
steps you can do to keep their airway clear and to keep them from having their major organs fail before the
Let me
doctor
look
gets here.
at people's stats real quick. Oh, they're all engineers, so they have a medicine of 1.
Aren't y'all supposed to be on like repair teams? Like when
Mandatory medical
stuff goes
training for
down, you're
engineering.
supposed to be able to like help people.
Harori has a medicine of 3.
At least there's one engineer who's like capable of keeping people alive.
No, I am. I just have to do the reading.
Although with her focus in cybernetics, I'm pretty sure that's because she chops things off and puts a new one
Right.
on.
And it's not like Kaufman knows first aid.
You can activate Kaufman.
Yeah, but she's only got a medicine of 1.
It's phaser aid. That's what it is. That's what she knows.
Most of her. Yeah, most of what she needs to do is not healing people.
Okay, let's. What is Harori? Yeah, so we probably need to activate Harori. Not that her
Does anyone
daring's
want
very
a roll
good.
for Harori?
Although honestly, yeah, I think. Yeah, with Harori's daring is pretty much the same as Harusk doing the role. And then what's Kaufman looking like? Yeah, she's got a low daring too. So yeah, it's same role for Harusk and Harori. Revere's
And
got
all
a.
of y'all could potentially be coming here, so any of you should feel free to jump in and use a support.
So Revere, I will take the lieutenant here since I'm right here.
All right.
What's
Daring
the
motion
diff?
difficulty 2.
52. I'm
2.
using science, and I have a focus here. I don't know, like advanced first aid
emergency
or
medicine.
something. Emergency medicine. Okay. So, no, give you another threat for third die. Okay.
You stabilize. Lieutenant Shaliv. Who's next?
Does anybody want to play a sport, or shall I just run around the room?
I can. It's just how much crew support do we have?
We're on a starbase.
Yeah.
yes.
You have like 15.
Right. Okay. I can. I mean, then we can activate Rory anyway, then, and not have to worry about Rusk also being activated because they can both be active.
Yep.
Yep. So I'll activate Rory. Sure. And it's I'm guessing still a daring medicine.
Difficulty 2.
Yeah, I mean,
no focus, cybernetics, xenotechnology, structural integrity fields.
Nope.
yeah, I mean, neither of them are great. That's why I had to do the reading.
Yeah, clearly prehensile tail helps.
Yep.
She can just do more at the same time. She can do compressions with her tail while doing other stuff.
She can keep the airway open with her tail. Keep the head drawn back. Yeah.
Not an actual argument. Don't worry about that, GM. I guess I'm just going to give you 3 to try and make sure that this hits.
All right.
Yeah.
You're going to give me an additional 3, or you're spending to get 3 dice?
Giving you 3 threat to get 3 dice. Yeah,
All right.
4 dice.
Go for it.
Yikes.
Oof.
Any modifications to that roll?
She has nothing under values, and I don't know what. I don't think a mission directive help. A mission directive might, but
Your mission directive is to keep the
ship
and colony safe. This would fall under that.
Yeah. Yep. So we can use that for 3.
Yep. Reroll.
There you go.
Okay. Well, there's momentum now.
2 momentum gained, and he is stabilized.
Someone wants to take her Rusk for a third person.
I'm wondering if there's like a create an advantage, potentially, of she notices something that she could call out to the other, also not trained people to help them.
She could yell. Yeah. She could yell something about like a specific medication working.
Yep.
Remind them to inject this.
Yep. We'll go with that.
Griffin or the doctor, y'all want to grab somebody?
I suppose I should. They're all under engineering division. Oh wow,
Yep.
A lot of engineering folk.
Yeah.
Who are the 2 who has not been grabbed?
Hurusk, or I don't know what her name is.
I've done Harusk before, I think.
Harusk and
Harusk.
Threll.
Hey, these new people are suspicious. I can't see their character sheets.
He says as they all convulse on the floor, dying.
Good thing I have a phaser rifle. I'll take care of them.
Wow.
So this is actually the result of cyanide. They just tried to suicide to avoid responsibility.
And how much momentum's on the table?
None.
Cool.
I spent it to make it instead of a diff 2, it's a diff 1.
Oh yeah, it's a
Yeah.
diff 1 because Harori calls out to the specific medications you need to give out. So you don't have to remember from your training. You just follow what
Yeah.
Harori said.
Still, take a threat just because.
Right.
I remember what happened last time. I didn't.
Oh my god! Why is it always me?
Take more threat.
For
The complication.
okay, the complication. Okay,
Why is it always you, Doctor?
you manage to just
I give up.
keep one of the engine men alive, and that leaves Artana or Griffin to grab. Kithrell or
It's Delphinia.
Delphinia or Kaufman.
I think Delphinia's got 50-50 chance. I think Kaufman has a 9. Whereas Delphinia has a 10.
I'll roll for Kaufman, I guess.
Daring medicine difficulty 2 or difficulty 1 now.
Yeah, I can't read your sheet. I don't think you're legit. First we stabilize and then we stun them.
They're all skinwalkers.
Revere's not worried about Darhar Masters. Skinwalkers, though.
Yeah. One threat.
Wait,
for
we
third
already
attack.
did this though.
There is no momentum on the table.
One threat then,
All right.
unless we're trying to not spend threat.
No, we've been giving him threat.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll suffer later.
He's under 20.
Wait, our GM's a minor? What?
That's why it's always coughing. Oh, wait, that's you.
That is me.
All right. That's
Right,
my
But
hold
I
on.
am the canary in the.
All right.
But I am the canary in the coal mine.
Thump.
Immediately keels over.
Doctor, you and Corman run in as everybody is started to get stabilized.
What is our condition? He says is like he's got his tricorder out and is.
These 4 just returned from the Thralic checking on a power fluctuation, and then very shortly fell out.
Clear the way, clear the way. So it's this guy.
It's anyone with a heart
so
marker.
Yeah, okay.
We've managed to stabilize them, but that's about it.
Right. And he points over to the one that's over here. Bring him over here. Carefully.
I was just going to grab him by the heels and drag him, but okay.
Everybody's kind of moved over for you.
You carefully drag him
Takes out
over
his
by the
tri-
heels.
Takes out the
What are you
tricorder
scanning
and begins
for?
scanning. Signs of infection, signs of perhaps some kind of toxin.
Foreign contaminants.
Yeah.
Yeah, foreign contaminants.
Daring medicine difficulty 3.
So I forget, by this point in time, we don't have biofilters, do we?
Transporters do.
None of these people transported.
Transporters. Oh, okay.
They all use shuttles.
Oh, okay. Oh, so yeah, that one.
We need to warn Griffin.
What's the check?
Daring medicine difficulty. Oh no, not daring. Reason medicine difficulty 3.
He's in medicine. Cool. Renowned physician, Starfleet medical,
Yes.
specialist lecturer, any of that?
I counted 2 hits out of that from the
Okay,
first
cool.
one, the medical officer one.
Yep. I'm just reading over my everything. Would and I assume Conway will assist.
If someone would like to activate him, he can. You're on the station, so there is not really a practical limit to us
I'll grab him.
I presume that he is going to be very helpful this adventure.
He could be.
How can I get him killed off once?
You
Take off the mask.
I have a phaser rifle.
And we still have no momentum. Cool. I am focuses emergency medicine, infectious diseases, chemistry.
I'll take
any of those.
infectious diseases because that's what you are scanning for.
Okay, cool. I am not going to spend any momentum or threat.
All right.
Okay, that's a hit. And I have to recall.
So that's 1 momentum gain.
Yep, and I also generate a bonus momentum because of my medical talent.
What you learn. Go ahead.
I also get a free question per obtain information. Oh wait, no, I didn't spend any momentum. Never mind.
What you learn is no signs of transmissible infection. You do detect symptoms like weak pulses, failing organs. You do still witness some minor convulsions. Very high core body temps, but none of your scans show any infectious
Vectors.
diseases. Yeah.
Okay. In which case, the doctor will turn back to Revere and say, "I'm not detecting any signs of infection. Nothing airborne. It would be with an obtain. Wait, no, I don't get free obtain information, but I do have a bonus momentum to ask a question. So then it would be safe to say that I could move them. I could bring down I could safely bring down the quarantine to move them. With no
Yes,
risk of
you've met the
threshold.
Yeah, because right at the end of the day, you could be very extreme, right? Every corridor has to be cleaned before you move them through it, and then after you move them through it. But they might die in that situation, so it's like a
Right,
risk
yeah.
reward, and the risk is you don't detect anything, but they will
Yeah.
die if you don't get them help. So the
Yeah.
threat to their life
Got
outweighs
it.
the minimal risk. It's
Got
something you're unaware of.
Got it. Cool. I'm not currently detecting any infectious diseases. Nothing airborne. We need to get them to sickbay ASAP. I'm providing my medical authorization. Bring down the quarantine.
You want to put Griffin under observation as well. She flew the shuttle.
Understood. Have someone have someone direct her to sickbay under my medical authorization.
Revere to Griffin.
Griffin here.
Hold on. As we go
If I
one seat
can.
forward. We're
Did you
gonna
say?
move forward a scene.
Okay.
What an eventful drill. Thank
As
you.
with the Commodore away, we have an impromptu senior staff meeting as the doctor has gotten all of the crew members affected on life support.
The doctor just sort of looks. The doctor sort of looks over everyone and says, "Apologies. I know normally we would prefer to have our senior staff meetings in one of the conference rooms, but considering that I need to be able to walk out that door to assist with a medical emergency at any moment, I think you all understand."
I'm assuming this ain't part of the drill.
No.
If it is, Kaufman has outdone herself at incredibly short notice.
Glance at Kaufman. I did tell you to improvise, but please tell me this ain't one of your improvisations.
Do you have any clue what's affecting them, Doctor?
As said, best I can tell right now is, at the very least, it's not infectious. If it is a viral pathogen, it was introduced to their system via another vector. But I also am not ruling out the possibility of non-biological toxins. Both naturally occurring and man-made.
What's the prognosis, Doc, if we'd, for everyone that's out there?
I don't know yet. Currently, multiple organ failures across their bodies. Again, I won't know more until I run more tests. I should hopefully be able to keep them alive while I run those tests, but, well, until then...
Have you received any medical alerts from the Throlic? There's still some crew over there.
I presume I have not, GM?
Nope, I'm not.
I have not, which leads me to believe that perhaps, whatever is the cause of this, might be on board that shuttle, since currently that seems to be the only common denominator. However, I currently find it odd that, you have not suffered any of the symptoms, Griffin. This either means that you have some special circumstances that kept you immune, or it's unrelated to the shuttle at all, and there's some other factor that we're not considering.
Point out.
Maybe they were all good.
Just gonna say that I was on that shuttle too, and I haven't been showing any symptoms yet.
I was going to point that out too.
Maybe it's something in Phaser Bay too. That's the other commonality. They were all there working on that energy flux.
Well, it sounds then that we have two angles to attack this conundrum from. In tracking the actions of the crew, an attempt to locate the cause, in order to locate the external cause, and my medical angle, from which I may attempt to triangulate the cause that is currently ravaging their bodies. Hopefully, one of our two angles will allow us to narrow things down for the other.
Is anyone else feeling like this is very similar to the attack from not long ago?
I do not disagree. But until we know more, I don't feel comfortable saying one way or the other. Although, a medical emergency of this nature occurring so soon after the disappearance of one of my best medical officers is, well, let's just say it would be quite the coincidence if it turned out to be so.
Wait, somebody's missing? First I've heard of it.
No, this was adjacent to what you're being called back for.
Pretty sure that's why they canceled your vacation.
Wonder why my expertise
We
was
didn't
needed. Who went
outright
missing?
cancel it. We gave him the option.
Nurse to pro.
Oh.
She's missing. The current investigation into finding her has reached certain ends. I figured that given the slightly unusual circumstances, but not enough to call it criminal, running a drill and including her in that drill might be appropriate, especially as a way not to unduly raise panic.
However, given the ongoing medical emergency, I would say that priorities have shifted. Of course, that is left to your prerogative, Commander Revere. Revere?
Well, it's left to my prerogative. Ivanov's
Yeah,
the
because
CO.
huh?
Ivanov's the CO. Or the XO.
You're chief medical.
What?
Do you know who you work for, doctor? Are you okay?
No. Wait, I'm the XO?
No, Ivanov.
No.
Ivanov.
Oh, Ivanov is the XO. I'm sorry. Jesus, I am.
The guy
I am.
order who doesn't use definite articles.
I think I'm just confused because a lot of the instances in which command has fallen from the Commodore to Revere, it's been because Ivanov has not been around. So I think I just made like a leap in my head. Okay.
And yes, I do deliberately miss those articles. Thank you.
Yes, I do.
No. In which case, no. That Revere would say.
Now you're putting words in my mouth.
I would say the priority is shifted. I would say the priority is shifted to the ongoing medical emergency. Although I leave that. Although I leave the final word on it to you, Ivanov.
What are the chances, in other opinions, that these are directly related incidents?
Not enough data, I'm afraid.
We gotta be careful that correlation is not causation, as they teach at the academy. These could be two simultaneous problems happening at the same time.
This is true.
But I wouldn't discount the possibility either.
For one of those, it is primarily medical. For the other one, primarily security. I believe both could use support from engineering, or am I mistaken in that to where?
You are not. But for now, my main focus is on the 4 officers currently sitting in my sick bay.
Naturally.
If I may also make a minor suggestion for you, Griffin and Aratana, I would suggest that going forward, you both do. If you must travel separately from each other, make sure that you have someone accompanying you, just in case you suffer the ill effects.
Couldn't you put us on mobile monitoring or something?
Is that something I could do, GM? Like
No,
subdermal
no,
probes?
you have neural calipers, but that's like they have to be in med bay. I think
Yeah.
like a constant medical device or something that's more of a TNG thing.
You don't get life alert.
Yeah. Um, afraid not. That kind of biomonitoring is limited to handheld tricorders as well as sickbay medical. Besides, it would be better to have someone accompanying you so that they can begin moving you to sickbay if you do collapse, or to attempt to stabilize you on the spot.
Sounds like we're not medically cleared by the sound of it if you suspect we're going to fall over any second.
I don't suspect that to be the case, but
Well,
your
which is
risk
it,
is higher.
Doctor? Do you want us to walk around and hope with a hope and a prayer and we don't fall over? Or do we actually want to find out if we're actually sick or not? We can't be looking at ourselves with a specter of death and walking in every corner wondering if we're going to die. Either we're a clean bill of health or we're not. Am I not wrong?
As it stands, I do not have the luxury of extended monitoring. I have 4 patients in my sick bay that are teetering on the edge of death.
If I may, Doctor, a
Yes.
comparative scan, perhaps. By that, I mean, if you were to, say, compare Artana to the Andorian, there would be very, very, very little in common, correct? And what is in common, you should be aware of.
That is reasonable.
So if there is something brand new in there that they have in common, there you go. This may be
Doctor,
oversimplifying, but
have your medical scans on the patients in your sick bay taken into account the possibility of any nanomachines, any kind of odd electromagnetic signals, or bioelectric signals coming from the bodies that don't line up with their usual physiological, or would that be something you would need to scan for specifically?
I have not had the time to make such scans. It was my priority to ensure that there was no infectious disease present in their systems, because I needed to be able to move them out of there as soon as possible. If I had not done that, they would have died.
Fair enough,
As
but
you're talking, doctor, give me reason medicine difficulty 2.
Sure. The renowned physician.
No, this is something you have not encountered before.
I will say, when attempting a task that will involve unfamiliar medical practice, technique, or medical procedure, no, it's not any of these. I don't think.
No, we're not to a
Um.
technique or procedure yet.
Yep. Okay. Cool. I guess I'm giving you a threat. I leave it to you whether or not any of my focuses apply.
Ow.
This is while you're talking, scanning Aratana and Griffin to see if there's anything concerning.
Yeah. I
So you tell me.
Actually, I know you could
chemi-
compare Ivanov and Griffin if there's something odd that
I
Griffin has.
mean, chemistry, xenozoology.
Do you have anything related to medical scanning or
No, not really.
diagnostics?
Okay, that's fine if I don't.
Okay, go ahead.
You said reason medicine.
Yep.
Okie doke. I generate
Gain
a momentum off of that.
a momentum. As a doctor, you don't deal in realms of absolute certainty, but you are as certain as you can be reasonably that neither Griffin nor Aratana are currently in medical danger.
Right. As it stands, you don't appear to be in any medical danger. I do clear you for duty, although, depending
Duty.
on what I find, that may change.
Doctor, if you would like to scan your patients for, I kind of nod towards the other room, for any kind of technological culprit, I'd be happy to assist.
That would be
As
appreciated.
Ivanov, you're starting to see multiple investigations in front of you with limited number of officers. So, if you open the
Yes.
sync guide, you'll see that there are 3 extended tasks and a trouble track.
God. 3.
You'll want to complete these before the trouble track is finished.
Extended missing personnel power fluctuation. Oh, power fluctuation is its own separate thing along with the. Okay.
Okay, so I probably need to get on the
Whether
power
you-
fluctuate. Oh,
These are the things you mentioned. They may not all be related, but these are the investigations y'all mentioned.
Okay. Power fluctuation is which one? That's the.
That's
Thing
what
on
they
the
were
Frolic?
looking into when they before they got sick.
yeah.
Oh, right. That is on the
Griffin,
station. So,
Revere mentioned that the place they might have gone to investigate that could be a culprit.
yeah. Okay. Revere handle power fluctuation.
Okay.
Atana missing person.
Mm-hmm.
Tawir, I'm assuming the question marks is the medical related thing.
That's the trouble
No,
track.
the question marks is the trouble track. You don't
Oh,
know.
the
You
trouble
don't know
track,
what's
sorry.
happening. The downside. Yeah,
Oh, is
the
power
medical
fluctuation
investigation's the first.
Oh, medical investigation is there. I don't know how I was missing it. I was somehow like glazing over it entirely.
Yeah.
Griffin.
Career. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'll wait till after
Oh.
you're done.
I was gonna say, Griffin, where would your specialties be useful, do you believe? Because the others are very obvious. Is Griffin here?
Looks like she's
Griffin's
not in
not in
chat.
the channel.
Oh,
Her internet
Griffin's
went out.
internet went out too.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we can touch on that later, I assume. Just when they come back, we can ask them.
Yeah.
Because they've got different directions they can go, so that's kind of a where does Griffin believe that'd be useful? And science might be helpful with the missing person investigation. And that's the quickest, so if we can both nail the hell out of that, then we can move on, if that makes sense.
And Revere will call Harori up to assist the doctor. Her knowledge of cybernetics might, I mean, she's the only other engineer who might really be able to help good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to grab Harusk and we're going to head over to Throlic as
Oh,
planned.
you were sending
except
Harori with who?
the doctor, because she's kind of got,
Okay.
with her cybernetics and her engineering, she should be able to help assist with that scan. I would like for Harusk and I to, this is kind of going to hamper our movements, but I think we probably want to go with Eva suits just in case.
Okay.
Yeah.
There are still personnel on the Thralic. I mean, I think the Thralic's probably transitioned to a lockdown now, but there are still people. There's like 70 crew members on board.
What do you think, Commander?
We don't believe it's a contaminant, or we do believe. I believe at the moment we don't believe it's a exposure contaminant.
Yeah, it's
airborne
not
contaminant?
as far as we. Yeah, as far as we can tell, it's not an infectious disease.
Keep them out of Phaser Bay 2, maybe buddy system them.
Yeah, restrict locations that they have access to in regards to what we believe might be origin points, but otherwise operations and no one goes anywhere
the
alone.
Thralic is those people are just there to keep the ship running in case it has to be emergency activated.
Yeah.
So just tell everyone to report to quarters, and it would keep the ship from being able to be emergency launched, but it wouldn't like make the ship fall out of the sky.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like there'll probably have to be like 10 people who are still operating and engineering and a few key locations, but
is it within transporter range?
Yeah.
I was going to say, if the ship's outside of transporter range, have them move it within transporter range. And as far as the return to quarters, it's return to quarters unless you're alone, in which case return to a friend's quarters, like buddies.
There are very few people on board that would have their own quarters.
That's true.
Most are crewmen and junior officers. Yeah.
But if for some reason you're the only one left in your bunk rack.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Who wants to go first?
I have about 30 minutes, so if I can make it maybe clear up my thing.
Yes.
All right. We find you and Harusk walking through the Thralic. You know, for energy saving, the lights are off in each corridor till it detects movement.
So creepy.
There's the occasional flicker as they come on.
So yeah, I'm going to start in Phaser Bay 2, where they, what was it, phase coil? They said that was where the issue was coming from?
Phase coil on Phaser Bank 3, yeah.
Phaser Bank 3, okay. And start the investigation there.
Insight engineering, and the rest of the things are the difficulties 2, resistance 4. You don't so much have intervals as you're racing against the trouble track.
Fair enough. Okay, and Rusk can assist. Fortunately, my...
Yep. As y'all are split up, feel free to help each other with supports.
Unfortunately, my intense scrutiny won't kick in because it's insight. Okay, diff 2. That's not bad. Resistance 4, though. Okay. So let's see if we can't gin up some Joe-mentum.
Man, who is this Joe Mentum I keep hearing about?
Wouldn't you like to know? Let's see if I can call back to something, maybe. Investigating. I don't know if I have anything investigating. Oh, there's something investigating. Sorry, I'm tracking something down. don't think I've called back to that. Yeah. So,
if you haven't called back to any of the Thrill of the Hunts, I think all of those might be usable.
okay. Call back to part 1. Okay. So yeah, let's call back to part 3.
Yeah, I think that momentum's still on the table. Unless Tweer just...
I
think it's still on
I'm
the table.
I've got to
Yeah,
figure
so
this
go ahead.
out. Call back to
I'll take it.
Thrill of the Hunt part 3. Because I'm seriously momentum fishing here. And then I will give you 1, 2. What's on the table? Just 1. I'll give you 1 momentum and 4 threat for the other 4 dice.
It'd be 6. So
Okay.
you'd give me 5. All right.
Okay. And EPS systems.
Yes.
Okay. So engineering. Okay, and that's bold to cover that reroll. Oh, geez. That's 4. Let me reroll one of those whiffs. That's a pretty good one.
Hey.
Okay. That's 6 total on a difficulty 2, so 4 momentum gained.
Okay. What's the? Oh, there's no piercing. You just
have an
increase
engineering
your.
of 5.
Yeah.
Yep. So you've done 1 progress so far.
Okay. I have Miracle Worker, which lets me increase my impacts 1 for 1. So I will dump the 4 momentum earned into that to bring the work up to 5.
5, which is 2 short of a breakthrough.
Let me make sure I don't have anything else to throw at that.
Don't have any like medals.
Oh, did Harusk assist?
Someone could roll for him if they wish.
I'll grab him. Press. There you
There's
go.
an extra. How about a ship assist?
Or station is because we're on a station right now, right? No, we're
No,
on.
They're on the Thralic, but
Right.
too many
Oh, okay.
personnel and too many systems are turned off for the ship to assist.
Okay, so still that's 1 more, so I'll go ahead and toss that into bring up the work.
Okay.
1 more.
All right. Doctor's team or Aratana's team next?
Is there any momentum on the board?
0.
No, I spent it all.
It was all spent.
You're welcome.
Maybe let Aratana go because a lot of my stuff banks on momentum being on the board.
We'll try to leave at least 1 for you. Maybe.
So, Aratana, you and the commander are looking at the transporter on the... Oh, y'all are also on the Thralic, because that's the transporter in question.
Oh, I thought it was on the station. Oh, well.
Did I get confused?
One of us is confused.
No, it is on the station. That's right. It is on the station.
Yeah, because
or else why would...
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Go ahead. Artana, you and the commander are investigating the transporter at the core of the missing nurse question.
So, I'm thinking that I can go over in a rapid fashion the hardware in the transporter system to see if there's anything that was hidden, because the software may say nothing happened, but there may be some hardware bypass or data tape bypass that's been inserted that is
Okay,
because we need to
Or at
eliminate
least
this as a
evidence
vector.
of. Yeah.
I'll take that. Um, to me, that sounds like insight security. Difficulty 3, resistance 4.
Site security, you say?
Mm-hmm. I would let Hunter give you a free trait here, a free hit, down at diff 2, or resistance lowered by 1. Or increase your impact, but I guess that would have the same effect as resistance lowered by 1.
That doesn't help.
Honestly, resistance down would be
Yeah.
Well, it's a personal trait. He can reapply it each time he rolls, right?
yeah. Just saying for what we're dealing with to actually make progress
Yes,
with
you're
these
right.
down resistance, yeah.
I meant if like if he worked down the resistance through other methods, he's not
Oh,
stuck
yeah.
with it on resistance because that's what he said this time.
Okay. So yeah, Hunter to resistance reduction. I will eat stress equal to difficulty to bring down difficulty.
Ooh.
3.
Yes.
Shoot.
Would my understanding of subspace theory be applicable? The finer points of since that's how one. Oh wait, no, that's teleportation replication here. It's not subspace.
Yeah, at most, I would take communication systems, but I would bump up the complication by 3 to 4 as it's relevant in that this transporter has to communicate with another transporter, and you may be able to learn something from those logs, right? You may not be able to look at the transporter log and say, oh, here's where this transporter recorded beaming the nurse to another place, but you may be able to look and say, this transporter communicated with another transporter on this date.
Right, right.
But that log is not meant to be read by humans without specialized equipment that you don't have. Like you need to like dig out a special engineering computer to analyze those logs. So without that, you as a communication officer can kind of interpret those logs, but
I'll lean into that. I have the
this is a
Clocker Medal of
difficult to
Excellence
it.
for communication systems, so that will
Yeah.
be a benefit. What's that? Brought down the difficulty. Hunter brought down the resistance. The rest isn't particularly relevant at the
You're
moment.
effectively at diff 2, resistance 3.
I'll star cross the security, so it's not 4, it's 8.
Okay. How does that work with Cochrane that you're using?
At the moment, nothing. Cochrane, basically, if I spend a determination with that, I get 2 uses of it instead of just the 1. So I get
Okay.
yeah. I haven't spent it yet. I might double tap something here.
Okay.
Hey, the extra juice we make, the extra juice we make.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm an XO, I can give you it back. No, I can't. We don't have momentum.
Not yet. I'm gonna give you full meta threat.
You could also give yours. You could decide to take advantage of the CO rather than XO currently.
This is true.
Once you decide, you can only use one of them, but... oh, go ahead. That is 5 on a difficulty... Oh, no, 4,
And I'm assuming
7 hits. Where are the
Ivanov
other
is
3
helping
hits
here.
from?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because that second one is 2 hits because I have Starcross.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm assuming Ivanov is assisting here.
You
And given
can
he's the
assist,
assist,
yes.
I would make the argument for insight science.
Oh,
with computer
you
science.
don't have to. As a player, you can also use your action to take another stab at it.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I wasn't sure if we're doing it that way, so I was going to. Yep.
Yeah.
Never mind. We won't assist that. We'll just.
Kind of doing. Each player gets a
Okay.
action.
So in this event, my security is 4. In guide says the resistance was 4,
You used,
down 3.
It was 4. Yep. So you're doing 1 for free. Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Three of what? 3 of 10.
3 of 10.
I'll put it to 4 of 10 and leave you a momentum.
2 more for a breakthrough.
Thank you.
Well, if I'm going next, then I can use that to do the reading, and then hopefully make you a bunch of momentum, Doctor.
Yeah, that's my hope here.
Okay.
Anything of mine that helps here after the fact? Actually, I will Legion of Honor, generate 2 bonus momentum, and spend them toward another hit.
Yeah, I just realized that's what I should have done a minute ago.
That's enough for a breakthrough.
Lovely, lovely.
Your breakthrough is that you find out there was an unauthorized beam using a lockout suppressor, a small computer normally attached to a larger one by like a magnetic seal, and then it transmits to the larger computer spoofing credentials. It is a highly illegal piece of equipment to use on a starship. Normally carrying heavy criminal penalties for doing something like this. Like, this kind of technology could be used to seize control of a starship if used correctly.
Of which I will brief my the XO on its presence in the investigation.
Lovely.
Oh, bro, what did you do?
It's not there.
Well, I mean, like it's a
not
factor.
actually-
It's a factor in the investigation.
Yeah, you find out that one was used, though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
To pro, what did you do?
That sounds like it might leave me a window through computer sciences.
I'll take it.
because now I know what I'm looking for in a system that's trying to disguise itself. Which means I don't need to do the reading, because I have both science and a focus already.
One thing you might want to consider
Yes.
for determination spend is intense scrutiny. Because that will eliminate the... Oh wait, it has to be with reason or control. Never mind. It's insight, it doesn't help.
Well, unless I'm doing reason science, which is
No,
also
this could be
potentially
reason science. This could be reason science. I was given insight on all of the first checks because you didn't have evidence to go off of yet. But
Right.
now that on your second check or later, once you have information to build on, reason is a reasonable choice.
So, intense scrutiny, I'm not familiar with that.
So, you... As
So
long as you have
this is a
science of...
Okay.
As long as you have a science of 3 or an engineering of 3, and you're doing a reason or control task as part of an extended, you can just ignore resistance.
Yeah, it's what I have. It's what I have that lets me like.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah,
Okay.
like it,
For you to get it temporarily, you'd have to spend a determination to gain the talent for the scene. Is the only downside.
Yeah, no, I believe that might be well worth it.
Hmm.
Let me just quickly open that up on the side here, so that I
also if
can
you also
see
if you
it.
need it's also on my sheet if you need it.
Oh, okay, never mind. I'll just check your sheet for that. Yeah, thank you. Because I've got a 5, but the resistance is 4, so we'd only be getting 1 by default. The station systems are present, correct?
Not finished enough to be of assistance yet.
Not so like I can't plug into them.
Aren't you on the ship?
No, we're on the station.
No.
Oh.
The emergency transporter they're investigating is on the station.
Okay.
No, the problem is the computer is functional, but so much of the station is missing that when you ask the computer to complete a task, most of the time the way it knows how to complete that task isn't available. Right? Connect me to this computer. It tries to do that, but half of the circuits between here and there are missing. Right? So right now
Okay.
on a
Just
on a quick
returns
timeline, it's
gibberish.
not feasible.
Could I make the argument for
No,
neural
it says
interface,
like
but
I'm
technical
connecting you, and then
expertise
just
wouldn't
nothing
work?
happens.
Yeah.
Say that again.
Can I make the argument for the neural interface, but technical expertise wouldn't fire? So the neural interface is utilizing the systems, but not relying on them. And it's still my role. It's not a system assistant's role.
As long as you don't need the station to roll, it'll work because you can still plug into the actual transporter computer directly, and it's all right there. It's like interfacing with the main core that's complicated.
Yeah, that works because that just is me interfacing with the computer and allowing me to re-roll while interfacing with said computer.
Yes.
Yep, lovely. And then we'll use determination under might have to do mission directive.
Your second value totally applies.
Old truths begin as hearsay.
Yeah, you're investigating
I was looking at it
this.
and I was like,
This is no one has said that the nurse had anything to do with the sickness or anything. That was just kind of an unusual thing. But now it's looking like there might be a connection.
Okay, yes.
So I'd definitely take.
Intense scrutiny under the value of all truths begin as hearsay.
Yep, you get that, and I believe as a human, you also get a momentum.
Yes, I do. And to be oh so gloriously generous to the Doctor, we won't be using that right now. I will in fact be giving you the appropriate threat for all of the dice.
And how many is that?
6? Yes.
Oh, you literally meant all of the dice. I thought you meant you give me three for any dice that you used, but you meant all of them. Okay.
Yes, my augmented hearing will very much help me here. Wait, we both have augmented hearing, don't we, Altana? That's hilarious.
I actually don't have augmented hearing. Mine's just enough to make me
Oh,
able to hear at all.
oh well, plebeian.
Yeah, he doesn't have the trait. He doesn't have the talent. He just has the trait.
Oh my god, those are 2 6s. That is tragic. I've got to re-roll though from the neural interface. Lovely.
Generates 1, yeah?
Yes, at the moment. And because we're ignoring resistance, that is still 5 done.
All right.
That is a very useful ability. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yep.
Yep. Well, yeah. Like again, I am a doctor, and I get so much use out of what is otherwise a science talent because it's just that good.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those that just lets you just slay a extended task under the right circumstances.
I went for an unhinged science build, that being neural interface and technical expertise combined, along
fair
with
enough.
rapid hypothesis. Because
Oh, yeah.
why not just make advantages off of asking questions?
Oh yeah, totally. Like,
I just jumpstart warp cores.
Give me that kind of beer, throw it at it,
Yeah.
jump starts it.
I'm a Tucker fan.
I could see Revere sticking like a full can of beer in as a temporary replacement for a part between two power conduits or something like that. It just works.
well, hey, it's like my Romulan
The gum, yeah.
with the
I'm
gum,
seeing all
with
that
the
threat there, though. I don't
with the
like
tree
it.
gum.
What you got there, GM?
My question is the GM about to punch you really hard, or is he about to punch me really hard?
Oh my lord! Well, the thing is, the neural interface means if something bad happens, I just take a deadly injury.
Stop it.
Deadly 4 piercing.
Hmm.
Oh, that's a much cheaper way to do this.
Oh god. Oh, this is gonna suck.
Teehee.
I think I was at 24 threat. Yeah, I was going to spend to actually do an immediate hazard, but I don't need to. I just spend 2 to create a complication, and then your talent's going to do
terminal.
damage.
Yeah.
The complication is you connect. You kind of, you look like you're staring off into space, but you're interfacing with the computer. Actually, let's go ahead and finish the task by letting you get your progress before I describe what else happens.
I'm sure Artana died a bit inside watching the commander plug into what was a tampered with system.
So,
hey, in a month's time, it's not my problem anymore.
Ignored resistance. There's 2 resistance now because of the breakthrough. So, you do 5 straight, which finishes the work track. You found it. It is. There is a protocol that has scrambled the logs. You backtrack and reconstruct the logs. Uh, uh, three infiltrators, species Orion, 2 males, 1 female, equipped with multiple pieces of technology, including some identified as weapons, transported one after the other. One going, then they sent a Vulcan female matching the description of Nurse to Pro, and then the other 2 went. Just before leaving, they scrambled the computer.
Lovely.
And upon learning that, Artana, you open another panel just in time to see a hidden explosive, small, just meant to destroy the computer, not actually like a weapon against people, go off, melting the boards in the computer. And Ivanov, you get a painful injury as the computer
to invent
is
breakers.
melting down while you're plugged into it.
This makes
Would
the
be
brain
a
feel spicy.
deadly injury, intensity 4.
This makes the brain feel spicy.
You can take this. You can take the stress and go. You can go down and with the injury, or you can take 4 stress.
We'll take 4 stress.
All right. As I imagine, you quickly pull away, severing the link.
Yes, because we can't relay information if we're unconscious.
Artana, for a momentum, I think you have enough experience to learn something quickly about the device from just what you saw.
Done.
You have seen some of these before, and once, while executing an arrest, you found one that had failed to go off. It is a common tactic among Orion pirates who are operating in other territories where they have to deal with legal systems. So an Orion pirate who's in Orion space often doesn't care about minor bits of evidence, but specifically when operating in the Empire, when operating in the Federation, they have known devices and tactical use for destroying evidence. Another sign that they have given up on their overt effort to rule this area through corsairs, and they've gone underground to more criminal, use more criminal tactics.
Sabotage. Sabotage.
I think I know who's in your sick bay.
But the two of you do know that of a location on the planet's surface where all of the people were beamed to.
Lovely. Well, I happen to know a lot of people out on Andromeda. That'll be
You can
next
spend
time, but-
two to. You can spend two to notify local security.
Oh, well, I'll use the Medal of Honor to make 2 bonus momentum, and do that.
Yeah.
We're
we're not leaving
the
doctor
with
in a
something. I'm
twist.
feeling generous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Do it, lady.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Doctor.
Okay. How much momentum is on the board?
None
Two.
for you.
Dos.
2.
Yeah, this is private
2.
momentum.
Okay. Renowned physician trait.
Oh. Yes, I'll take that.
Cool. That drops it to diff 2.
It's intensity 2, or it could be applied to resistance.
I am not going to apply it to resistance.
I remind
Um,
you, I'm likely to give your first task as an insight.
Oh, okay. My first task is an insight, then yes, we'll apply it to resistance.
Okay.
And that heals away how much? 2 resistance? 1 resistance?
Yes, 'cause 2 resistance because it's an intense. Oh no. Yes, it is. It is a 2 renowned Starfleet medical officers at 2 intensity. So yes, it takes 2 resistance.
Cool, cool. It's 20 above with momentum. Okay. I am going to give you 1 threat to momentum. Just checking everything I've got. I'm gonna. No, you know what? This seems like a good time to use it right here off the bat. I'm gonna Starfleet Surgeon's decoration this to drop the diff down by 2.
Okay.
Because I don't think I have
Diff 2
a
resistance
focus
2.
for this. I don't think I have a focus for this either. Unless chemistry
It would
works.
be. No, this would be something along the lines of diagnostics or like anything
No.
to do with like medical mysteries.
Yeah, that I have values that apply to that, but not
Okay. Sure, go ahead.
focuses. Insight science, you say?
Insight
Or
medicine.
insight medicine. Sorry, insight medicine. There we go. Re-rolling one of those whiffs. Okay. I get a momentum back.
One momentum back, and you're going to do 3. So you are 2 short of a breakthrough.
Cool. I generate a bonus momentum for not quick study, for where is it? I have one of these things that gives me. Oh no, no, that doesn't work that way. Will someone be able to assist me? Conway.
You can have any number of assists. They
I
just
would like
cost.
an assist from Conway.
You've got Rory there as well, who can help.
It's just that
I would
It has a
appreciate-
cost
yeah.
to it, though.
But you didn't have
think I would
momentum when
appreciate-
rolling, so
Imaging systems
Mhm.
for Conway.
yes.
Yeah, I'll take the assist from Conway.
Fine.
There you go.
Well, I bet you regret that now.
Oh, also, Doctor, you have you would have had a trait from the med bay, right? So
Oh,
you could gain a momentum or have put that towards resistance.
resistance, absolutely.
Okay.
Um,
So complication. Arcana,
Take
or
threat.
threat. It's
Take-
up to the person who rolled it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, take threat. We're already in the muck.
Yep.
It's fun.
It's
All
so
right,
fun.
you are you're
Uh,
one momentum short of getting a breakthrough. You need 2 momentum.
Okay. I generate a bonus momentum because of my medical talent, because I did have assistance, even though it wasn't successful.
All that matters is that
They
you
tried their
resisted.
best.
All right,
Thanks.
that
And
is a break.
then, because is it 1 per 1 work, or
You
is
need
it
a
2
talent
per
for
1
something
No,
like
work?
that.
it's
2
two
for
for
1 normally.
2 for 1.
2 for 1 work. In which case I will then wait, I generated 1 momentum. So I want to leave that momentum on the board though. So I will Medal of Honor. That's the one. Medal of Honor, 2 bonus momentum.
So you've got 3 bonus momentum now.
Yep. I will spend 2 of that bonus momentum to get the additional work. And I might, depending on what we get from this, I might ask a question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Additionally,
lady.
additionally, because of diagnostic expertise, I also get a free question.
He's thinking outside the box.
Your breakthrough lowers the resistance, as you've learned some of what you're dealing with.
Cool.
You don't know the vector, but the cause of all the medical distress is all of them seem to have consumed food that have misshapen proteins.
Yeah, it's something it was something I was worried about. Okay. First question. Do all of the proteins appear to be the way that the proteins are misshapen? Does this appear to be deliberate?
I can't answer that for a momentum, but I could answer something very similar.
Okay.
Um,
I accept
I could
that.
say for a moment. I could say
Well,
for
my free
momentum
question, but
that they
yes.
are identically misshapen. It is not
Okay.
haphazard.
Okay.
But I
Good
could not
to
indicate
know.
if that was intentional or not.
Mm-hmm. Second question with my bonus momentum. Am I able to trace this, knowing their habits? Would I be able to trace this back to where they would have eaten this food?
You can trace it to when, not where.
Well, I'll take when,
It would
based on
have
their metabolism rate.
been. It would have been right before they headed back to the shuttle with Griffin.
Got it. Okay. And and I can say with certainty that it was they ingested something.
That is correct.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to take the trait local security. I'm going to spend 2 to create complication off of that. I'm going to spend 2 to create the complication local security corruption.
Ba-ba-ba.
Uh-oh.
To lower the resistance on the trouble track. So just because everybody's gone, 2 impact is done because there's 4 impact, 2 resistance. And let's see if we can amp this up a bit. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, dear Lord.
I will spend enough to get a breakthrough on the trouble track. A setback, that is.
Yippee, yay, yippee.
Just casually slandering Revere's replicators on the side.
Yep.
Well, I mean, if they're eating anything out of an industrial replicator, they kind of deserve whatever happens to them. The proteins were backwards. Yeah, it was sheet steel.
You just ate gasoline in the form of a chicken wing.
Look, it's supposed to be like, I get it. Like it's
They
you're
equivalently ate a
replicating.
Tide Pod.
They ate a Tide Pod. Look, I get it. I get it's supposed to be a good source of iron, but
But
like. Also, I recently learned that the difference between vitamins and minerals in terms of botany is vitamins are things that the plant synthesizes, and minerals are things that the plant derives from the soil.
oh.
You keep talking, I'm going to turn you into a mineral.
I just know they're minerals, not rocks, Marie. God damn it.
Doctor, you do become aware that this must have been deliberate. This is a bioweapon in another form, as the patients all start rapidly deteriorating, raising
They've
your diff
turned
to
our
6.
scimitars against us.
This is only still possible because Medical Bay automatically, even without you having any traits, Medical Bay will bring this back down to 5 if you apply it such. So we go back
Yes.
again.
I would like this to stay possible, thank you.
And I think we have to go to Revere first while we still have him.
Yep. Am I still doing insight, or can I switch
Power
to like
fluctuation.
reason?
No, you can suggest different things now that you. Oh no, your
didn't get a
insight,
breakthrough.
because you haven't gotten a breakthrough yet. Yeah, you
Fair
haven't
enough.
gotten any solid evidence.
Fair enough. All right. Let's see if we can't earn some momentum here this time around.
I am
I mean,
uncertain
you
if either
could.
of these
I
two
will
can
say
move anywhere else.
I would allow you to take over a supporting character and let them make a full task now that y'all are done. Before, I was only going to let them assist. But you could use your player action to fully make use of them. So you could have Harusk go first here if you wanted to try to get this last progress before you could switch to reason or something.
Would that be useful to you, Revere?
I mean, switching to reason lets me ignore the resistance completely. We just need one to get it to a breakthrough point.
Okay. Who would like to do Harusk or...
Go for it.
Okay. You need one where power fluctuation investigation. He was able to help you before. I have never used his thing before. This is a...
Has Harusk used his determination yet?
Nope.
No. So we could just go with that.
I would take his value on it. Yeah.
I will go with that.
This is not something y'all have looked into before. So now you're just comp checking.
Yep. Am I comp checking with a focus, though, is the question.
No.
No.
It would need to be
Remember-
something power related.
You still got to eat through the resistance.
Uh,
I can't remember what his
he's got a 4. What is the score on this? I keep closing
4.
it to
So you need-
But determination is going to get you an extra momentum, and you'll have one on the table. So if he did
Oh, fair
nothing
enough.
else,
True.
you
Yep.
would be able to get through it.
Fair enough.
That shouldn't discourage you from doing anything extra. That's just he's going to do this.
I don't particularly want to spend threat on it. We're going to make the roll regardless. This is just here to give Revere the opening he needs. So anything
Hmm.
extra is nice to have, not necessary. That makes sense.
Yep, go
And
for
he
it.
made extra anyway, so that is very nice to have.
So you gain 3 momentum.
Yep. And we'll
Sweet.
use 2 of that to,
Get a breakthrough.
Yep. There you go, boss.
Thanks.
Click clack or whatever noises saurians make. I don't know. Squid noises.
No, wait, that's a cat. They're sleeve stacks.
The breakthrough brings the resistance down by 2. There never were any power fluctuations.
Dun, dun, dun. I knew it.
You check all the logs and check the power coupling. No work was ever done. Looking at it, all the reports you were given were fabricated, but to such a level that would have required a very senior and technically experienced engineer to do.
Okay. Let's see if we can knock this out.
You still
then.
don't know why they did it.
All right. But I have a feeling the people in the sick bay are not who they appear to be. Maybe. Okay. Let me pull up the scene guide again. So update. There we go. Difficulty 2, resistance 2. Tell you what, let's just see if we can't knock this out. I'm going to
I would
spend
take reason engineering here.
the star cross to double my crit range.
All right.
Let's see. I will give you only diff 2, but I want to make some momentum. 1 momentum and 2 threat for 4 dice. Sorry, 2 momentum and 1 threat for 4 dice. Blah, blah. So used to spinning threat. And that'll also activate. Let me see if my traits can do anything. Innovative engineer.
Yes.
Okay. Since I'm using reason, I'm not going to have to worry about the resistance, so I'll put that to difficulty, get down to diff 1. I'll re-roll the whiff.
Do you want to ask about any of your other traits?
Sure. Cryptologist, maybe.
No.
Okay. Replication advocate.
Would give you 2 hits.
Okay. So then that's diff 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on a diff 0.
That would give you, I think you had 3 free hits. Replication Advocate Intensity 2 and Innovative Engineer Intensity 1.
How's Replication Advocate Intensity 2?
Because... Did I...
I didn't. I don't think
Hold
you
on.
gave
Let
me
me scroll up and let me
Intensity 2.
remember. Was I trying to... if that was my intention. Yes, that was my intention.
Okay, let me mark that then. Okay, so that's six
Sorry,
on a
sometimes
negative
I
one.
don't. I try to keep it from getting confusing because I don't want this to be that you get two applications of the trait um, um, replication advocate. What I'm saying is that replication. This is a more intense version of replication uh, pioneer.
Oh, okay.
That's the same way I tried to do with your titles. I didn't do. I did Starfleet officer, respected Starfleet officer, renowned Starfleet officer, but I didn't want to say you were 3 times a renowned Starfleet officer.
Okay, so I'll just kind of put it out in
That was
parentheses.
my kind of confusion about how to word it within 2E. It is a more impactful version. I just
Okay,
didn't know the nomenclature.
I'll just put like intensity 2 in parentheses beside the
Yeah,
trait
that's
on the
fine.
sheet. Okay.
So that's 3 hits plus that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 hits on a difficulty 2.
Okay, and we will dump 7 in to complete the task. This is 1-for-1 with my talent. Which should leave us with 2.
No, you were at 7 out of 14, and you put 7 in. That's it.
No, I mean momentum, but actually
Yes.
that second one, because I doubled my crit range, is actually also a crit. So that would leave us with 3 momentum left over.
Okay.
Uproarious applause.
Your breakthrough reduces the difficulty of the doctor's task to 0, as you detect Lieutenant Shalev has been illegally using the one of the industrial replicators stayed on the Thralic. All of the new ones that have been brought in by transports are being used to build the station, but the first one y'all got has stayed on the Thralic because it's useful in general upkeep of the 10th Fleet.
Right. And repairs, yeah.
With very few people on board, him and his team have been sneaking on board to replicate things you can't get because of all of the civilian ships not wanting to risk pirates out here. So you
Revere,
find a long list of luxury items and difficult to get items that have been replicated, and you might start to think at first, if you were only a pioneer in this space, you might think, oh, they shouldn't have been using this for food, and they did. He is an engineer trained under you. He has the trait replication pioneer. He didn't make that mistake. Someone intentionally corrupted the file to poison them. They introduced additions to the file for the food they were replicating to include a highly dangerous engineered biological threat.
do
So
I
this
have
was not an accident, it was a hit.
the data on that engineered?
You do.
Okay. Revere to Dr. Tweer, I think I know what's wrong with your patients. Looks
What have
like
you got for me?
they've been illegally using the replicator, but it looks like somebody beat them at their own game. I'm transmitting a what looks like some sort of engineered protein toxin
Yes.
that somebody put in the
Yes.
food.
Yes, I'm aware of the modified proteins, but with this, this just confirms all of my suspicions, and I should be able to begin work on a counter protein.
And I will give that to you, Doctor, as with Diff 0, you're not going to fail.
Yep. How much momentum's on the board?
3.
3. I'm gonna spend all that momentum. Please
I'm
and thank.
telling you, you don't have to roll. There's no longer a
or
question of if you succeed or fail.
or
You're gonna succeed.
yeah, or I
I'm about to
will.
tell you what
I
your
will.
breakthrough.
Yeah, I will spend a momentum for a third die.
No, that's what I'm saying. You do not need to roll.
Oh,
You
okay, cool.
You cannot fail at this, so I'm just gonna give you your breakthrough.
Oh, yes, right, yeah, because I automatically succeed. 5 work done.
And you just yeah.
It finishes. Yeah, got it. Cool.
Um. You are able to stabilize all of them and identify that this is actually in line with research Nurse Pro has done as a toxicologist.
Oh no.
It would have taken someone of her expertise to pull this off.
Uh-oh.
And as you learn that, Ivanov and Aratana, you're headed back to catch up with the progress everybody else is making. And Ivanov, you get a call from local security.
Commander Ivanov, go ahead.
First, apologies, Ivanov. I had a guy who's in deep with the syndicate. He let him know ahead of time. I've already locked him up, but complicated matters.
Yeah, I understand.
But I didn't find anyone matching your description. I mean, your description said you were looking for a Vulcan and 4 Orions? Or 3 Orions?
That is correct.
We engaged in a firefight with 3 Orions who perished as a result, refusing to surrender. And they had hostage of well, I thought it was your Vulcan, but my emergency medical technician says the person matches the profile of Romulan biology, not Vulcan biology.
But she matches the description otherwise.
Well, I don't have the tools to tell you if it's a disguise, but if it's not a disguise, then I'd say yes. Otherwise,
Okay.
they match the description.
Thank you. We'll have her. Can you arrange to have her transported, or at least ready for transport, and we can handle the transportation to Andromeda?
It'll take a few days to work through the system because if they hadn't shot at us, I could give it to you easy. But them shooting at us, it just mires me in a couple of regulations. But I'll get it to you. I'll get them to you as soon as I can.
It is how it is. If you end up needing specialist assistance, you can always request that, and I can have a talk with some people to see if I can help you out.
Sounds good. And he closed the communication.
Look at Atana, who's just heard all of that, like, ugh. Is Artana here?
Yeah. Oh, what a mess.
Okay, so either she's been the Romulan all along, or she's been replaced. Or, third chance, she has been kidnapped and was being replaced on the planet and is only a recent thing. We're going to have to find out. And by
Yeah.
we, at the moment, I mean Kaufman, and if you would be so kind as to help,
I'll get down there.
as long as you're with us.
But that will be the end of Andromeda Strain, as you might notice on Nurse Pro's sheet, her trait of a secret has been replaced
Yeah.
by Romulan Defector.
Oh, I have to remove, now that that trait has been removed, I have to get rid of the -2 penalty on her stress.
So,
Because there's
As
a new thing.
we would have, yeah, there is a new thing for this, but unfortunately, we started using the new thing the episode I decided to reveal the thing.
The thing.
Uh,
That's funny.
yeah, it would have been a better because
Yeah, well, anywho, yeah.
So for
Yeah.
everyone watching out there, thank you very much for watching. And for those of you playing and running, thank you very much for doing so. And we'll see you again next time. Bye. Future, I'm going to record these, so if we have a net drop, I'll still be recording locally, so when we upload these, they're not in 2 parts anymore.
Yep.
Grumble,
That is
grumble,
mildly
grumble,
annoying
grumble,
to watch these
grumble.
back later.
Yep. Yeah. The So I'll say this as the person who made to pro. I knew this from the beginning.
You did? So this is your fault.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Well, I will say I didn't know whether or not she was gonna be a defector or not. Like, I didn't know if she was gonna be like
no,
working for the
Romulan Defector.
Romulans.
I wrote Romulan Defector because you told me that she was a Romulan but had grown up Vulcan
Oh
because
yes,
had
yes.
crossed the border or something, had
Yeah.
wanted to be a Vulcan but was born
Got it.
Romulan. And
Got it.
so
Okay.
that's what I meant by Romulan Defector. She defected
Oh,
from
okay.
the Romulans a long time ago.
Got it.